Digital Foundry is sponsored by the powerful, upgradable MSI MPG Infinite X2 desktop PC, featuring Intel Core processors and NVIDIA RTX 40 series graphics.
Welcome everyone to a DF Retro / Modern Let's Play. I'm John Lindemann, and I'm joined by two special guests today to discuss Turok 3 Shadows of Oblivion, just released by Nightdive on modern platforms. And I wanted to compare it with the original N64 game before Christmas here, so that we could actually see how it's been upgraded on the new machines. And I mentioned the two guests, and they're here with me right now. First of all, as always, for these PC-style comparisons, and the Turok man himself, Alex Patel.
Yeah, here I'm not on a retro PC, but I'm on a modern one, and I'll describe that in short.
And joining us to experience our life in gaming is Coury Carlson.
Hey, how's it going? I am definitely not a Turok guy.
We know. And that's okay. So today we're going to learn about Turok 3. This is sort of the lost N64 Turok game, if you will, where it released in, I think, the year 2000. It was pretty late, actually, for the system, like unusually late. When this was the same year PlayStation 2 released, by the way. The Dreamcast was out. There was a lot of stuff going on in the game industry at this point, and Turok 3 didn't get a lot of attention. But as you can see right here, like, they're doing some pretty technically amazing stuff for the N64, I think. These like lip-synced characters with nice facial animations, like we're seeing, and full voice acting.
I don't understand, Josh.
I don't expect you to. I'm not sure I understand myself, not completely.
Yeah, this
Right?
is just stuff
Like,
you didn't
this
really
is-
see at all on the N64, for good reason. I mean, like, you had just performance concerns, like doing any sort of skeletal animation and stuff like that. And that was one of the first things Turok 2 did back in the day, which was really awesome.
That's right.
And here, yeah, the intro to the game's interesting because if you think about it, Turok 1, it's almost contextless, right? You're just tall set, and you just like start off in the
You are
jungle.
Turok.
You're just Turok. You're the jungle. And then the second game goes a little bit more for story. I wouldn't say it's very
Kids.
successful at it, but this one almost feels like, I don't know, it's so much more modern. There's like framing, it goes to like widescreen. It's so different.
Also, yeah, and it's interesting already to see these differences between N64 and the new one. I mean, they've clearly done a lot of touch-up. Like, it's very faithful, but texture resolution on things much higher. Effects have been improved. Obviously, the frame rate resolution, all that stuff is boosted. I mean, you can still see some of the limitations, of course, but I thought this opening cutscene was a nice kind of showpiece to compare all three.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, even still, like you said, this is so different from other Turok games that, Coury, you're probably sitting there like, what the heck is this?
yeah. I dabbled in it a little bit the other day, and I couldn't stop thinking about he's just like sleeping in his jeans.
Don't you?
I mean, that's life on the
Well,
reservation, I guess. Sleeping
Yeah.
in jeans.
That's the thing. As we'll see once the game gets started, I've always said that this is the Turok game built after half the team or most of the team played Half-Life in 1998.
Oh, yeah.
Like, after they finished Turok 2, they're like, you know what? Half-Life was pretty good, guys. We should
Do something like that.
We should do that. I mean, Half-Life did not have cutscenes like this, mind you, but the game itself is very Half-Life inspired.
Yeah.
This though, seeing him. Oh no!
No, Joshua,
Oh, man,
no.
So
Joshua.
he was the main character of the second one, correct?
Yes, yeah. And these are his
Okay.
children.
It's
yeah.
It's interesting that he just gets offed like that immediately.
Like, it's like night burglars, except for they're like creatures.
Yeah.
yeah.
They like bust in and they shoot him.
I always forget what the
Takes one hit, he's like, I got to blow up the whole place.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
this,
he
this
survived
car.
through the entire previous game.
One thing I love about this era is that the size of objects is so random. Like, did you see the size of the steering wheel of that car? It was amazing.
So this is something you really feel when you play older games in VR, especially.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the scale of objects makes no sense. Like you'll walk up to like a table that's like the size of a room, and then the door it's like ultra thick but like super short, and like none of the scale makes sense, and that's very true in this game. But again, you know, N64, like this kind of skeletal animation was nuts for the time.
Yeah, it was.
I think like it's really really cool. And
That is
it
like
just
such a
goes on and on.
design of the era.
that is an interesting design. Well, it's a little. They started that in the second game. There's this. I forget the name of it. This like alien
Ada?
woman. Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
Ada
this is Adon.
or something,
I don't know, something like
or
that.
Adon, whatever.
But it was like
Adon.
blue, and she's like very chesty. It is very interesting design. But the detail in comparison to the second game here is nuts.
What? Wait, look at the difference in the ground texture though. There's like barely texture on N64.
Oh yeah.
And they added like this like grid like floor. Like it's interesting that I feel like Nightdive had to do a lot of sort of interpretation
Right.
of the game's graphics, because like there's just stuff in this scene on N64 that you can't see it. There's no detail there. It's just like smeared blurred texture stretched over a surface. And that works okay at 320 by 240. Mm-hmm. But obviously they had to take things much further.
Gosh. These are awesome.
These things are cool looking though, I gotta say.
Mm-hmm. So what type of N64 are you running this on? Is it expansion pack? What res mode?
Oh, I have a very special N64 here, of course. So this is a modded N64 so I do have the N64 expansion pack installed, but I'm running the game in the low resolution mode because the high res mode is interlaced, which is not good for capture, and it runs worse. So we're doing low res here, which is 320 by 240 or so. And I'm doing this via the N64 digital mod. So it's HDMI output. I've got deblur enabled, so it's like extra sharp and crispy. That's pretty much that. And I think, Coury, you're using the Nintendo Switch version.
Correct.
We selected the Switch version because it does have a couple interesting compromises that we'll see, but it seems solid. Look at that facial animation, though. It's like really genuinely, like, it's shockingly great for this era.
It's awesome.
And then, Alex, you are running the PC version for the maximum effect.
Yeah,
right?
but it's not on some
Here
super
we go.
hardcore PC. It's actually on my mid-range Ryzen 5 3600 with an RTX 2070 Super, 4K 60, completely maxed out, and it's like barely using half of the GPU. So this could do 4K 120, but 4K 60 is more than enough for this stream for sure.
I will bear the burden of my fathers. I will wield the light.
Be warned, child. The burden is heavy.
Let's go walk into this corner back here real quick. Look out over the room. Let's see if we can get a feel for how it's changed.
It's
Man, so whoa, actually the transparency looks different on Switch versus PC.
The sorting's
That's weird.
different, most likely.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
The PC looks more. Actually, that's
grayed
weird
out.
because on N64 it's so fuzzy that it actually looks more suggestive, if you will. Like you kind of know what they're going for, but it's hard to make out.
Right.
Which makes it slightly more mysterious.
Yeah, I think it looks, very creepy on the N64. You just see those lightning flashes, right? Because
And
you
like a
don't
bit
see
of
the lightning flashes in the new version at all, where it kind of illuminates it more.
Do you not?
Well, it doesn't do the illumination
does
bit.
it?
Almost.
Interesting. So there's actually. So did we just find something like right away that the N64 version actually does slightly better?
Yeah.
What the freak, man?
Well, if you think about it, like
we're gonna have to ask Sam
the
about this.
N64 doesn't actually support like real lighting like this has. Like this game has like shadow
It's actual
maps
lighting.
and like lights that are per pixel. It's very, very different.
Okay. You can actually see one of the benefits though right away of this new version. So after that crashes through, if you back up the ramp a little bit, Alex, and you look towards the ground, you can actually see the shadows from the debris
Oh yeah.
from above casting on the ground there, which on N64 obviously
None of that.
there is none, because shadow maps did they even exist in 2000?
I mean, you get them.
the research was there, right? Like it just wasn't like a.
I don't know.
Man, I
You
don't
kind of.
remember.
I think there's some projected shadow maps, maybe in Trespasser. Are there? I don't recall.
I don't know. Look at this though. Like this is another interesting
this
example.
guy.
So they got this flickering light here, right? Mm-hmm. But it's not it's not actually a real light in that sense. It's like it only affects part of the environment.
It's just like those guys flicking on and off between full bright and not. It's very funny.
And then it does affect the ceiling.
Oh well, look at on the Switch version though. It's flickering, but the light itself is like not flickering.
Right.
It's not changing.
wait.
Same.
But on the 64, it is.
Interesting. So yeah, on N64 they actually showed the flickering light.
It
And
doesn't
you can
really
almost
line up
see
with the
like
thing,
a little
doesn't
bit
it?
of a texture inside of the on the N64 too. It's like
Yeah,
a
you can see
grid
the
pattern
light.
inside there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here it's so bloomed out that it's hard to tell. Actually, you can turn off bloom. I'm pretty sure. By the way, if you go into the options.
Yeah, that could be a bloom
let's see.
thing. So yeah,
Let me show you the
obviously you can't go
options.
out there.
Bloom. Da 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 da. Yeah, you can turn off that if you wish, and it goes on and off.
Oh, it just affects the
Just
edge.
the edge mainly.
You know,
So the inside is
gain
like
the
a pure
detail.
white.
Okay. What about the floor texture here? If you just look down at this tile, oh yeah, that's much.
Yeah.
They obviously upscale.
Yeah.
But still, that's actually not too bad looking. For if this was the source,
Yeah.
and I wonder maybe they had a higher res source to work from, because like this would require so much interpretation. I think because there's like nothing there. It's wow.
It's just like on and off pixel patterns on yours. It's nothing.
I gotta say though, this looks really consistent and impressive for
It's
N64.
the bagel sign.
Yeah, I know. Do you have a bagel sign, John?
Wait,
That's the
yeah.
question.
Where-
Or do you have a hot dog?
where's a bagel?
It's over here. So go. Oh, you definitely won't, because you don't even have this
Where-
geometry. So this is one thing. There's like embellishments.
Yeah.
You got a couch. We've got
There's just a couch.
an entire like tropical fruit stand here. What is this?
It's like a
So they
cafe.
Yeah.
So they actually built out new assets, like a little
Yeah.
cafe corner that didn't exist on N64.
Check this out. This is all the developers. You got Kaiser rolls,
Yes.
Albert's sandwich.
Oh,
That's great.
that's
Peril's
great
peach
for Stephen
porridge.
Kick.
Larry's secret recipe. Larry, hey Larry.
Oh, Larry. Hey, Larry.
Swedish meatballs. Yeah, that's great.
All right, so let's head over to the elevator. And I believe it's the same on both systems, where you just walk up to the switch and it just goes.
Check out this
Is this-
shadow.
Look at
Oh,
that shadow. That's freaking cool. Okay, now you walk over and hit the switch on the wall.
3, 2, 1. Boop.
See, if you stand in the back corner here and look out, you get these really nice shadows on the new version when it hits the bottom floor here again.
On the new
let's
version,
see
it looks
here.
like different floors were
Yeah,
rendered out.
look at that. That's freaking cool. I gotta
So
say.
I love the loading that just occurred. It's
It's faster on
faster on
N64.
N64 with the cartridge. So the game is only 700
slow-
megabytes.
it's-
About like
Yeah, exactly. It's faster in the new version. Exactly.
wow. There's actually a lot of stuff, extra stuff in here that you definitely wouldn't ever want to render on an N64 in this lobby.
No, you're right.
I got the impression
So-
this one took a lot longer for them to make. I mean, it just like it took a
I-
lot more work than the previous one because it's been a couple of years since the first two came out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think the thing about Turok 3 compared to the other ones is that the other games have very abstract art design, that it can be kind of anything, and it's easier, I think, to imagine what it would look like in higher res, where this one, it's trying to do more realistic locations, obviously, and I actually think that makes it more difficult to... wait, can I climb that?
There should be climbable
Yeah, you
stuff
can.
here. Yeah.
You can climb that. So yeah, up here, it's like Blur Town. big vertex lighting
Dude,
strips.
but the vertex lighting is so cool though. It still has the appearance of it on PC though. Like you can see a vertex line right about there. And the flickers on PC as well too. So there's still some of that. Got the pistol. Yeah, Turok games, they always you can get the various weapons always early, which is cool. I love Turok games.
Exactly. So, Coury, that actually reminds me, though. I mean, you don't follow the modern tech rendering stuff that closely. You are aware of the difference between per pixel and per vertex lighting?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'd love to learn though.
So one of the things, and this is something like Quake really pulled off back in the day, but other games, of course, did as well. When doing dynamic lights early on to light the space, they would actually like sort of... So, obviously vertices, it's like the edges, the intersection points of all the different triangles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it would essentially, the light could only like light an entire triangle or not a triangle, kind of, based on the edges of the vertices.
Right.
So you would get like this effect where You know, do you remember? Well, you can kind of see it here. How you can almost see like the triangle flickering in the light. 'Cause
Right.
It
Yeah.
can't. Right. So like what per vertex lighting offered, which was I think made possible with the pixel shader stuff of GeForce 3, and also some other non-traditional methods. I think like the GameCube could do it, and we can go down here.
Boop.
Well, it's as it sounds. It could actually light the scene, the texture, or whatever, the surface on a per pixel basis. So every pixel could be shaded or lit, basically.
Interesting.
How are the controls,
Right,
by
and
the
that's how
way,
you could-
on your end, Corey? Because you're playing this on Switch. I'm just realizing right now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I'm using the Pro controller. I think it feels pretty good just in general.
Oh yeah, here's a good example of a per vertex.
oh yeah,
light
wait,
kind of
yeah.
in action.
Let's go back here in the corner.
Out of the
Oh wait, you're over this
elevator
corner.
shaft.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you look at that, like kind of, it's kind of a light kind of looking thing here, but you see how it kind of like
goes along.
actually it highlights the vertices of the big triangle here.
Right.
Oh, that's awesome, John. Yeah, none of that on PC.
It's just
right
easier
here.
to see for
This
sure. Yeah.
per pixel stuff.
So anyway, in here with, so this is the kind of room where we looked at it, we're like, man, they really liked Half-Life. I mean, this looks like
It looks straight up Half-Life.
Half-Life. This is like Half-Life art.
Actually, one thing I don't think it's in there. Let me just really briefly go on the menu. Is that I do love the new textures, but I almost wish that there was a OG texture option just for the fun.
Oh, I
but
see
there's
what
so
you
many extra assets.
Can you shoot this? Can you shoot this fire extinguisher?
You can on PC. I know that.
Yeah.
Let me 3, 2, 1.
Bam! There we go.
Look at that! Like George Lucas
It's
added in explosive wave effects.
Yeah, they definitely went for it.
It's like the Death Star exploding.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Like the
All right.
shockwave flying out.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Let's
yeah,
go to
it's
the
just a
next
fire
room.
extinguisher.
Haven't you ever shot a fire extinguisher with a pistol? I mean,
Man, when I see this though, and I look at what they're doing with these visuals, it really makes me wonder, in a post Portal 64 world, if somebody could actually do Half-Life 64.
oh, I would love
man.
that.
I bet they could. I bet you could do
Yeah,
it. I bet there's ways to make that. I mean, Half-Life's an older game, but it's the environments are a bit larger, I think, than Portal. at
Yeah, and
times.
the AI is the one thing I think about too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The AI and all that stuff, and the number.
So
of
this is
enemies
a
on
cool
screen,
area
but
where
still,
on yours, John, it's like mostly monotone color, right?
Yeah, except for in the
And
distance.
so like here, there's like
Oh
different,
yeah,
like-
I realized that. So it's actually properly dark looking on yours.
yeah, it gets properly dark, and there's obviously SSAO added in here too in the corners.
Yeah.
Switch here looks a little different than the PC. I almost want to say, doesn't it? Is that just me?
Yeah. Back up a little bit, Corey.
Like there's like less intervening fog or something. The PC version has like a little bit of a foggy look to it.
I don't know. It's hard to say, but I can say the N64 one looks really different.
Yeah.
Wow. Also, the tops of the textures have like black lines. Oh, whoa! Look, Z fighting.
That's awesome.
Even my son knows about Z fighting now. He talks about it sometimes. So when he makes his towers, he gets annoyed when there's Z fighting.
That's Roblox.
Is that like a real term, or is it just something you guys have made up?
Yeah, well, you know, there's like
Let's
X,
just say
Y,
we're making
Z
everything up,
axes,
John, as we're talking.
Okay. No.
It's actually just made up.
So when you're, yeah, it's all just made up. No, just think about the Z-axis and like the position in the Z-axis and like two things fighting for the same
Right.
like position.
So
on
you
the
get this
Z-axis.
kind of
Flicker, flicker.
like
They
it's
kind
like
of
melting
flicker
into
back
the,
and forth.
Yeah.
The game can't decide.
Look at this
It
guy's
can't sort-
face. Oh my gosh.
Where's that dude?
He's at the end
Oh,
of the
there he
hallway.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He
He's
climbs
just-
there and he.
he's-
Look at that
Waste
climb
of
animation, though. My goodness. Oh no, blood!
This is great.
Oh
though, here.
god, he gets cut in half.
Was that his leg?
Yeah. Oh
Oh,
my
wait.
gosh.
Let's see. I'm gonna wait. Come on, leg. Oh, whoa! It's his lower half.
Yeah, it's just this lower
Wow. Whoa! Look at that.
Yeah, the spreading blood is
that was
awesome.
a
Even
lot
have a
of.
chance.
That was a lot of blood, dude.
That's one thing the second game does really well is like when people like have like head explosions, like the blood droplets actually cause like decals to spawn.
Wait!
exactly
I
where
just
they are.
realized something. Look at the sewer hole here.
Oh yeah, look at the difference.
Is it it's a hexagon on N64. Look at that. and they actually rounded it up somewhat in the
Oh
new
yeah,
version.
by quite a bit. And you were right, John. Like this does look like a game that came out in the year 2002 versus yours looks like a game. I don't know.
Yeah, looks like N64.
Looks like N64.
Look at the ground here. Look at this. What they had to do to the texture here.
Yeah, like look at the difference.
Like you
in
thought I
mine.
was looking at water when we first looked at this. Like, where
Oh,
are
there's
you?
some doggies.
There's nothing there. Okay,
Ooh,
so
you
if we
can
actually go,
Shoot the.
if we go
the
back this
dog's heads
alley
right off.
here,
Okay.
Oh, I'm getting attacked by a dog from behind. Da, 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 da. Oh, there's
Yeah,
muzzle
yes.
flash shadows. Check that out. Boom, boom, boom. Oh no, I didn't mean to shoot the dog's head off. Oh my god.
oh man, that's
Sorry, censors on the internet. Yeah.
So
This is
yeah,
awesome.
this room here on N64, it's a brightly lit cube
Yeah.
with really low res textures. They actually added like a dumpster and some shadows and a light fixture and all that stuff in the new version. That looks a lot better.
It does.
I would say.
I like how also it keeps within like the style, the low poly style.
Yeah. Also, check this out. If we walk over here and look back at this wall, just over here, look. They added a fence, so that's a transparent texture with the barbed wire. They actually made it so you can clearly see the sky. You can see the tops of those structures. Whereas on N64 here, it's all boxed in, heavy fog, but it's the right choice, I think, because the frame rate here is actually not horrible.
Yeah.
It's significantly better than Turok 2.
That's an interesting thing
But
about you said that earlier
it's a
that
nice
you think this
flourish.
game sometimes runs a lot better than Turok 2.
No, I think always runs better than Turok 2. Turok 2 is much, much, much slower than this. I mean, this does not run great, but it's at least stays somewhat
Whoa.
playable.
So this does have location specific damage, something that Turok 2 added in. Turok 1 does not have
Yeah.
that. It's just like random animations.
No, it does not.
And so I just shot off the alien's head as he was rounding the corner. Oh my gosh.
Is it the same time in both versions?
It is. It's 10,
It
10,
is.
10,
Oh, you
10.
can.
10-10.
That's
You can
awesome.
just like shoot them apart.
I know.
You can't shoot.
Oh, not that guy.
Okay, so like, oh my
Oh.
goodness. Let's try that again.
Too hot for YouTube.
Oh yeah, you can shoot off the
sorry.
legs. This is totally Soldier of Fortune-esque. This is nuts. You can shoot off each arm individually. What?
Until you just have that
Torso.
the singular torso. by
Oh,
itself.
so much violence. Do you also get the shadows too, Corey, when you shoot the pistol on the Switch?
Oh,
looks like it. Yeah, you do.
The model already disappeared on
Oh, yeah.
N64.
That's cool.
It's gone. No, the model's gone.
I do want to say that just the UI in general, I feel is better on the original. It's a little bit too big
Busy?
on this new version.
Yeah.
Like I don't think there's a
Yeah.
real
There's,
reason to have
I
that.
mean,
See if there's
like
a way
the
to change
outline.
that, actually. UI size. Let me see.
find out.
Gameplay. HUD style. Remaster
style.
or classic?
Oh, there you
go.
go. Okay.
Check that.
there it
Check
is.
that out.
Should I change it to?
Yeah, yeah, why
Go
not?
ahead. Go ahead. So just looking around here, man, this was an ambitious kind of environment for N64.
Oh, wait, I'm getting
I gotta
shot.
say.
I'm not shot. Sorry. It's
Oh,
doggy.
You're getting
Yeah,
dogged.
getting dogged.
There we go.
So yeah, you can actually see kind of down the
Yeah,
alley a little
that's
bit.
a lot better.
There's actually a sky.
So I mean, in terms of style, I've talked about this before when we played Turok 2 a while back, John.
timeless.
I'm a big Turok
Yeah.
1 fan. I'm less a Turok 2 fan.
Yeah, I agree.
But this, I'm just so fascinated by it that I don't even know what to think about it right now. I have never beaten
Yeah.
this game because I
Nope,
don't.
me neither.
I didn't play this on N64, so
Same. Well, I did, but
yeah.
later.
Okay, wait. Yeah, in that one video.
Only when I discovered, like, wait a minute, this is actually kind of cool. And I think a lot of people missed this game. And it does get a little more Turok-y, if you will, if you permit me to use that word as a descriptor. But this early part is so different.
It is so Half-Life,
And
though.
you can, so clearly inspired by other games of this era. And yes, Half-Life being the primary one, I would say. Although maybe it's almost like maybe Half-Life inspired this, and then Half-Life 2 was inspired by Turok 3.
I mean, this
Yeah.
is
Like, this
dystopian.
is like City
It is
17.
like, yeah. Do not walk up to that
They
guy.
got they got
Yeah,
the
yeah,
the
don't
police
get-
gates
don't-
everywhere.
Or maybe if you walk up to him, it's fine, but don't shoot him; he'll kill you with one hit.
So one thing that
There's
you
also
get that
the
Kex
roof.
engine motion blur here, which is really, really cool looking on the PC
Something
version.
absent on Switch.
Mm-hmm.
The other console versions have it, however. You do get it on PS, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Hey, John,
platforms.
if you walk over to this
Yeah.
car over in the other area where we are just in, do you get the environmental map on there?
Or this car.
Yeah, this one.
This one?
Yeah, like, do you not, or do you?
No.
So there is one on PC and Switch.
They added
That's
that.
very cool.
Oh, and that's such like a. Oh man, that's so of the era.
Yeah, it's
like,
fun.
That is like 2000 style. Even though it wasn't in the original, they actually see that is something I love about Nightdive is that when they do add flourishes, sometimes they're actually like period appropriate flourishes.
It's a hilarious texture
Like that's
too.
exactly what you would expect.
It looks like an MDK texture. Not gonna lie. Okay.
It kind of does. All right, so we go up here down this ramp.
This one right
There's
here.
a dog
right?
down. Yep. Down. Look at that big robot thing. That's so Half-Life. I'm telling you that the circle is complete. Half-Life, Turok 3, Half-Life 2.
Man, don't you just love it when your weapons sparkle because they're that shiny? Just look at this.
Just like real life.
Don't forget to shoot the
Oh yeah, just because we can.
the canister. Yeah.
Oh right. Wait, it's not. There's none on mine.
Oh, those
You
were added
chew.
in.
Yeah, come on, you chooms. Let's go.
Chooms.
Chooms.
I'm gonna hit the
That
button.
didn't stick.
There's just
Oh,
a dog
geez,
in the
that-
elevator riding the elevator. That's amazing.
I love that. He's
I
waiting
shot
to
the
get
dog
out.
and his head like popped off and
Dude,
went straight up.
It literally just pops. That's really
So
funny.
John, on yours, do you
Okay.
even get red blood? Because I would almost imagine like an N64 game wouldn't have red blood
No, there is definitely
Oh, there
red
is?
blood
Okay.
in this game. On the humans.
on the humans.
And
Yeah,
like
right.
not yeah.
The dogs bleed
100%.
brown.
Okay, so here we go. We're up on the top of the building. You got a sky?
I got a
Yeah.
sky, and it's moving sideways.
Okay, there's that big
Did I just accidentally
Perfect
go back down?
Dark-esque craft thing.
that dark sky.
That
though,
has an environment map.
on the
glass
N64
on that.
one. That's cool.
Yeah, it does. The dark sky makes this feel weirdly oppressive.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's odd because the other games were known for their scrolling skies. So
Yeah, it is weird that it
not
doesn't
having
even
it here
have
is
it.
a
Maybe
little
it's
bit
actually
weird.
there, but it's so far away the fog killed it. Like no joke.
You know what? I genuinely would not be surprised if that's the case. All right, so now I gotta doing moves like jumping across here is way harder on N64.
Yeah, and we may fall off this area here. This is one of those areas where if you touch the ground, you insta get reloaded to the next section. I'm pretty sure.
I think you
Yeah,
insta
you insta. So
like Instagram. Oh, let's get at least they have dynamic shadows in the end. Oh, they disappear instantly.
that's cool.
Wait, do the corpses
Ascend to
does
heaven? No.
he stays there in the new version, right?
Yeah. Dude, that
So
guy's
in the
got beard.
N64,
He's like,
oh, the energy grapple.
Yes.
So we can use that to like do.
That is an
This
awesome
should be
looking.
useful.
It's got like this really laggy crosshair that follows around with it. I love that. All right, so I think you hit G on PC to get up there. Is it H? No, just shoot. Joop. That's awesome. Boop.
Makes me think of like the grapple in Ratchet and Clank kind of.
Oh, it does. Yeah,
pulls you towards
totally. Don't we get the shotgun here soon? Or am I mistaken?
There we go. And then we go up.
A box of rifle
yeah, this is
bullets.
just-
Wow.
Did you jump
I
across?
did. I'm gonna jump across though right now. 1 second.
I'm gonna do it. I'm nervous.
Ooh.
Oh, I made it.
That could have been bad.
Y'all have no idea how much more difficult executing these moves is on N64.
John, do you have any buildings over here to your left? Oh, no,
Where?
you don't need to worry about it right now. They're just behind the fog. You don't need to worry about it. The detail
Okay,
here must be
into the
so
dumpster.
different. Oh man, there's a bunch of the violence is incredible.
Violence killer Turok.
No, like I dismembered his leg. Like, and look at his face. He doesn't look very happy that I
Oh,
did
man.
that.
Oh, geez. Okay, let's look at some of these signs here. I want to see what they
Yeah.
did with them.
We got Captain Dave's
Like-
Fish House. Same.
Ooh.
Yeah, they brought that back. That's good.
What do you got here? The imports?
Imports
Why not?
and travel.
My favorite store. Travel.
Okay, we've got like the museum flags up there.
Mm-hmm.
This almost looks like a Quake 2 map.
It does
on
look like a
N64.
Quick 2 map. This is great.
We get this. Okay, so let's go on in here into the fish store. Look at the proportions of things like doors.
No, did you just ever
chairs,
go
and
into
it's just
door? Six people
nothing
wide
makes
door.
sense. I think back then though, like actually getting the scale of objects down was really tough.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Very approximate to say the least.
Oh.
All right, so we go into the toilet stall that got exploded, and down the pipe. Is the
tunnel.
pipe?
This
Oh,
is
and
what
then
it is behind every single toilet.
It's a giant. Like
It's just an entire
this
world.
toilet
waiting
was
for
never gonna get clogged. It goes straight to the
This
sewer.
looks so much like a Half-Life level right here.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, dude.
incredible.
That was funny,
okay, so I'm
man.
gonna go
It's
across
like
here. Gotta be careful.
you can cram whole bodies down the sewer pipe and just drop right in. So they
Into
drop
the
into the
fan.
sewer.
PSG part.
Look, this sewer has like flowing. It's just like flowing water and giant spinning fans.
This is what
So
every
everything
sewer
gets
is like.
chopped up real nice.
All evidence removed.
All evidence removed. No clogs sustained.
Oh, John's.
And there's just this
dancing.
bad guy down here, and you wonder like,
What was he
how
doing?
why were they down here?
What was he doing in the sewer?
Did they fall?
The
down
whole
the
ascending
toilet?
to heaven thing after they die is so bizarre. Like, I must go back to my home planet.
That's clearly a. We need to free up some performance. How
Yeah.
can we do that? Like I
They
know.
could have just had them disappear, but they have to also ascend at the same time.
Oh, so in the original, they like something happens when
Oh,
they
yeah.
disappear.
yeah.
I'm totally
yeah,
missing
they
that.
fly
They just
upward.
start going
The corpses
upward.
don't stay.
Yep.
Wow, the textures in this room are man.
I love them honestly on the Nintendo 64. I love them. They look
It's such a look. It's such man. What a
Oh, yeah.
vibe.
so like we get like the Picasso painting, and you just get like
You got a light fixture up there.
that's
Actually,
Jackson
I was gonna
Pollock.
say your
excuse
textures.
me.
I was gonna say it's more Jackson Pollock.
Yeah. All right, let's go. This is amazing.
Okay, so what do we got out here? Anything different? A police car.
Yeah, Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Very cool.
Oh, there's a cutscene. Oh yeah, that giant SWAT mech is not here
Yeah.
on N64.
It's
Oh,
just not
wow.
even there.
See?
Yeah. Wow.
It's not there.
No.
Oh, the frame rate got kind of bad.
Oh, I can see
though.
that though.
That's.
I-
It's like
Yeah, it's because the
nope.
area that you're going into is huge. I'm very partial that
Yeah.
they do use the
Why are
Turok
there
2
zombies in this
shotgun.
game? What the frick, man?
I love how big the shotgun is. Just looking at land here now.
It rules. I love it.
Turok shotguns are have
Actually,
always
yeah.
been awesome. They're always been
Dude,
great.
this is a huge area. Good lord. They could have done like Terminator Future Shock in the N64.
Oh yeah, jeez.
Or Skynet. I would have been into that.
How does the liquid here look
Oh, let me take a look.
on the N64?
Where is
It's in
that?
a pipe.
There's like a hole in the street.
Let me try and find that too, where you're at there, Corey. Is it like over here-ish? Yeah. No, I'm at your different area.
Wait.
It's right here in the middle.
Yeah.
John, do you even have it? It's in the main thoroughfare.
No, it's not.
You just don't even get it.
It's not even there. So they dug that
That's
out
awesome.
just for the new version.
If you look at the signs, there's Atari signs and
A
an
claim?
Acclaim sign,
Wait, there's an Atari
Yeah,
sign?
there is, right
Yeah.
over there.
and it looks like a Nightdive sign in the park area
Yeah,
too.
they added it then. That's cool.
Oh, there's guys up in the
You almost
building.
can't even tell on N64.
Oh, that there's people up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's
mean, I
no way
wouldn't
the
be able to tell if
resolution
they
is good
weren't-
for that.
No, you really can't tell. It just
If I recall, there is an area over here to climb up, just like John found in the beginning of the game. Actually, let me use the shotgun again because it feels so good. Yeah,
By the way, this game has a really nice CRT shader built in, which is not good for YouTube, but it makes the virtual resolution much chunkier, and it even has like shadow mask simulation and all that. Ends up looking really good for this type of game, which is super low geometry. Oh, I found the tech bow.
Whoa, you found a tech bow? Oh, I gotta find that.
It's up
Is
here.
it up here?
You have to climb up the
Okay,
construction
wait, let
site.
me. You need it for the zooming.
This is so difficult to parse compared to what you guys are looking at, I find.
So the question is, where do we actually go from here? Do we go back underneath?
So we're back. We're here in the subway, but this part reminds me, well, of other games, subways. I was thinking Killzone Shadowfall, but like plenty of games have this like escape from the subway
Yeah.
sequences.
So now that
You're
they've
down
done Turok 3, John, what would you like to see next?
Yeah. My personal preference, honestly, would be a true sequel to Turok.
Yeah, that
In the style of Turok, well, Turok 1, but also to maybe just
The good stuff from Turok 2.
Homologation of all the good stuff that Turok has done, and like really make it sing. I think they could do an awesome true sequel.
Yeah, that's what I would like to see, and it could be like maybe more modern technology, or it could be a version of Kex.
Yeah.
Just that is not tied to some, like old scripting and whatever. It could be like modern.
Yeah, because I mean their rendering and stuff is very flexible.
Yeah.
On Kex, so they could do anything they wanted with that.
Oh, I got a
got
cutscene.
this.
Okay. I'm probably just.
Whoa.
She looks really tall in that cutscene, doesn't it? Like just like so weird. It's like I don't know if that's like a purpose
It's
or what.
the opposite.
So I would also love to see what they do next. Not even with Turok though.
Oh yeah. I mean, plenty of other potential. I was just thinking, I'd like to see them tackle Turok in a new way.
Mm-hmm. I'd actually like to see Shadows of the Empire, because they just got Dark Forces, right? Like maybe they could actually do more Star Wars licenses.
Sure, why not?
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Oh god, that'd be awesome. Okay, where am I going?
Yeah.
But
That
outside
would
of
be
Star
amazing.
Wars, I would love, and I say this a bunch. I would love to see Shogo.
Mm-hmm.
See him do Shogo.
Mobile Armor Division.
Yeah, great game.
Yeah, that was it's pretty janky. It's Lithtech, but it is fun. I will admit, I like
Yeah.
Shogo.
It has a really good sense of humor to it, I think.
Good music too.
Yeah.
Better be blending that in over right now. Look at the size of the shotgun next to this corpse. Look at it. It's taller than he is.
Whoa, that looks like the Wrath shotgun.
It does look like the
Gamescom.
Wrath shotgun. Wrath shotgun is incredible.
It's like it's very Nerf gun-esque.
Yeah.
Dude, the frame rate here,
And
guys, on this train, like you guys are way far ahead of me.
oh, that's
Let me
awesome.
catch up here.
Let me look up.
It's so slow.
Yeah, I'd be curious what this looks like on the N64 if you can look up.
We're
this.
almost there. Hold on, dude. Like I'm back on this train here.
That's the shadow of Oblivion right there.
It's,
Look at the frame rate
I know.
right now.
It's-
I can
it's
barely-
like 4 or 5. It's nuts. Like I can see them. That's
there
Turok.
is
for you.
actually a sky here.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what. Oh wow. Okay, so that's pretty.
I actually do love the way
You
the
know-
N64 version looks.
Yeah, like that lower frame rate really makes it look a lot more intense.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
It does.
Looks
Like
kinda
it's storing up more power.
Mm-hmm.
To
It
do
is.
whatever it's
Yeah.
gonna-
So part of the problem with this design is just like it's visually difficult to understand what you're
Yes,
looking at
exactly.
on N64.
Well,
because
it's slightly difficult to understand it in the remaster too.
I think you have to go
Hard see.
down. Maybe there's a pistol down here on the very bottom. Come on.
All right, so this area is actually pretty dark in the original.
Yeah, it
here.
is very dark. Looks great.
Actually, I kind of feel like the shading on N64 here looks,
It's a little bit deeper, darker.
yeah, interesting. Oh, good. I have 1 health. This isn't gonna go badly. at all.
know.
Oh, you can. Can I turn on the elevator?
So now I probably
Now we have
climb
to
all the
probably
way to the
climb
top.
and go to the tippy top.
Oh, now we're like right up.
Which I can't even see. Damn it!
Oh, jeez. Oh, I got a
It's
cutscene
so-
here.
Oh, you
I
did?
didn't mean
I'm
to-
gonna
It's
go
so
for it
hard.
then.
It's
Let's do
so
this.
hard to tell what's going on.
Oh,
Yeah,
This version, I can't even see anything.
dude, those SWAT things kind of look like pelicans from Halo.
oh, they do. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so this is where we actually finally get out of this area. This is why we're here. This cutscene looks
Dude, that
amazing,
thing is
though.
like. Yeah, what is that thing? Did it turn? It turned the vehicle into a creature.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hole in the Sky is the name of the ship.
Oblivion gunship.
I can't do it. I just can't freaking get off the
you
elevator.
can't get off it in time.
Because it's just, you can't even tell which side it is on until you're like right there. And even that, it's just, man, I forgot about
Man,
this game.
I'm
It's been-
reminded of like
I really don't like
Oh.
playing this on N64
is
tough.
rough, John. I can only imagine. I'm reminded right now of how one of the bosses in the first Turok game is just like a Humvee.
I love that
I
boss.
love that boss. It's just like an
In
arena.
that big arena.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all the water in there. And he's just
I
driving.
love Turok 1 so much.
Dude, it's right after that big platforming section that just like the drums kicking, like, and it's just like,
yeah.
it's just a freaking Humvee driving.
It's so great.
Wow.
Finally.
Okay, now I'm at the
Got
boss.
to it. John, you're going to die so badly. I'm so sorry. It's not meant
you
for
die?
you.
This ain't gonna go well.
No, I don't have
Did
great
you guys
confidence.
beat the boss?
We did beat it. I used
Yeah.
the shotgun was OP against it. Way better than any other
Okay.
weapon. So let's see what happens here.
So whoever that girl is, she has Adon. He has like the reflection.
Yes, she's got reflection maps all over her that emphasize the curves very, very interestingly.
Oblivion gunship.
John, yeah, you got it.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm not gonna lie, I prefer to look at the portal effect in the first game.
Yeah. I feel like they lost some of the visual fidelity of the original, but also some things look better. Danielle's character model looks phenomenal, I think, for this
it
era.
really does.
It's really impressive. All right, here
There's
we
like
go.
a sewer. Lighting's completely different here. Yours looks way more
Wow,
Half-Life.
look at the FOV difference too. I really appreciate it here. Like going
Yeah.
widescreen like that.
Oh yeah.
Like if I back way up, then we see kind of
Like what's going on. Oh yeah, but like think about like the Half-Life influence here. There's scientists, dead
Dude.
scientists with ties on
yep,
the
yep.
ground, and they're white lab
In a
coats
basement. Yep.
I guess we go forward.
Gordon doesn't need to hear all this.
Yeah.
He's a highly trained professional. Okay.
I can always hear the Half-Life sounds in my head when we do this.
Oh man, look at it. Oh
Yeah,
my
John,
God,
the
I'm getting
frame
sh-
rate.
Dude, this looks so Half-Life right now.
Yeah. Oh my
Look at
God,
this.
they're not even trying at this point. Like this is seriously like surface tension. Like,
Oh yeah.
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 what's going on?
We should put some Half-Life music in here.
Oh wow, even the
surface tension
sandbags
music.
though.
I know, right?
Like you don't need to put
They-
the sandbags on.
And it's like a deserty mesa area.
Yeah, like what is?
And there's like the uplink tower
It is the-
from the uplink demo.
But they're not
Man,
the
they-
only ones that were inspired by that. You know, everybody
This is
like-
so blatant though. This is insane. But yes,
There was a lot of games
there's-
inspired
there's a
by
look
it.
at this.
but
rifle.
Yeah,
this-
what is this? Is a machine gun, assault rifle.
Yeah. Finally.
Man, that cheese grater. I don't know, like handguard. It's awesome.
I think they're actually kind of brave to do a room full of glass like this on N64, like transparency sort of.
Yeah.
That can't be cheap.
So there's one thing that I do kind of like about the glass on the N64 is because it is like almost always full bright. It always looks like kind of bluish, and this
Yeah.
glass is like lit transparency, like that you see from like Quake ports.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's got a different look to it. I do like
Am I
that.
climbing up here? I assume I'm climbing up.
These remind me of the terminals from GoldenEye, actually, 64.
Yeah.
Bow, bow, bow.
Oh, I love the computer screens. Though.
I know they're great.
Like the radar.
Oh yeah, those are great.
I mean, there's like a face in
It's like
here.
Showdown.
Almost
What is
like-
that? It is Showdown. I don't have that.
What?
Whoa, what
You've
the
got
heck?
a different. Which area
Are
are
we-
you in? Are you in the other one? Let me go over there.
I'm up here.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to that side. I guess Showdown's in there. There she is. Take a look.
Is that who's on the screen there?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
So it looks
Yeah.
I mean, what else would it be?
That's a great little
Oh,
nod.
Oh.
There she is.
it's because Nightdive obviously has the rights to System Shock, right? So they were able to do that. Whereas obviously here on
There's
N64,
nothing.
there's no Shodan.
That's awesome.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, this type of level design doesn't work as well
I just
on
snuck up on this.
N64.
dude.
How did you do that?
because
I don't know. I just walked real slow.
Interesting. Where's he at?
He doesn't even know I'm here. Just waiting for me.
Do it. Oh, he just kind of
Oh.
like pelleted the wall
where
unceremoniously.
are we I'm trying to figure out where to go here. I don't.
Yeah, the
Ooh, there's a key card in here though. The F27 or FZ7
FZ7. All right.
That's
I
the,
guess
uh,
I might
so
have
the
picked that
new
up. I'm gonna double
version
check
of
it.
the
in.
3DO that's coming out.
Oh yeah, that's the latest model,
The Falcon.
the FZ7.
It's interesting though to play this, and it really gives you an idea of how things have changed, like in terms of like signposting of like how to get to new areas and stuff, and just how much has improved over time.
Yeah, I mean,
one could argue they've gone too far.
Yeah, I mean,
games.
well, for example, let's just talk about a difference between Half-Life and this. If I'm not mistaken, Half-Life has signposting on the walls of which section you're in. Like it says you're in like I don't know, like data processing or something. It'll say on the wall, and there'll be like arrows, like not telling you where to go, but like there's a clear labeling of the areas you're going to. And
yeah, they do that. Back then, signposting was much more like built into the. Look at that! I got an invisible wall again. This door is kind of broken on N64. I have to look up when going through it, otherwise you get stuck.
Man,
it's more cinematic that way.
Okay, now I feel like we have a pretty good idea of how this is comparing this far.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I would say I mostly like what I'm seeing with the changes in the new one, and I've played it myself, of course, and I do like generally. It would be neat though if they had the option for the old asset models, just as like a preservation piece. But the new stuff they did is pretty darn great.
Yeah. And I think there is some options here though in the graphics though to turn some of the stuff like the shadows down. You can get rid of all that. Like I'm just getting rid of all of it.
What they're doing here on N64 hardware, I would say, is also exceptionally impressive.
Oh, sorry.
The frame rate can get pretty bad, but it's still generally better than Turok 2, I would say, by a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And these areas are pretty big and impressive looking.
Yeah, Turok 2 is mostly poorly performing throughout its entire, like existence. It's not very
Same
good.
with something like GoldenEye even.
Oh, yeah.
That runs worse. I actually think this is more impressive, much more impressive than GoldenEye visually. Like, remember the character models in GoldenEye versus like the ones in this?
Yeah. They're just like flat faces with.
But that's like a 4-year difference too.
No, I know. But still, it's just it kind of shows the potential of the hardware, I guess.
Yeah.
Perfect Dark arguably looks better in some ways, but that also runs much, much worse than this.
Yeah, the one thing I love in Perfect Dark is like I love the texturing in Perfect Dark quite a lot.
It's super impressive.
It's super awesome looking for the console. Yeah.
Hopefully you've enjoyed watching us bumble around through this game a little bit and can appreciate the changes, differences, and what they were trying to do. Yeah, the game definitely has its flaws, and it's, but I think what they've made here is genuinely pretty interesting and cool for the time.
Yeah.
And it's a cool piece of history, and it's great that it's actually fully playable on modern platforms. I don't think we need Rage Wars.
No.
I mean, maybe if it was like some kind of weird little add-on for this version, sure, but like as a standalone release, it's not good enough to warrant its own.
I don't really think so.
It wouldn't find an audience, I think.
Yeah, I could see them doing it as DLC for this.
Yeah,
at
right.
Best,
at best, like it's so niche. Like,
but
my goodness,
it's way too niche. I think it just wouldn't fly. So yeah, but anyway. Thanks for joining me on this one, guys.
You're welcome,
Absolutely.
John.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and if you guys enjoyed it, be sure to let us know, and we'll see you next time.
MSI's MPG Infinite X2 PC features powerful Intel Core processors, the latest RTX 40 series graphics, and supports DDR5 memory up to 128GB, with advanced CPU cooling via MSI's own 240mm all-in-one cooler and system thermals handled by the Silent Storm Cooling 2 solution. Every major component in the system is upgradable with a toolless design for easy access. A tempered side panel and MSI Mystic Light RGB adds to the aesthetic, and the latest Wi-Fi 6E networking is supported. Check the link in the video description for full details on the MSI MPG Infinite X2, the all-new MSI gaming desktop.